This is More Than a Woman. I am Genavieve Paige Villar, where success is only part of the story. Today we have Mary Bell, and I say it that way because you saved your number on my phone as Mary Bell, but like one word. And then just yesterday you told me it's Mary Bell. So I am so excited to have you on the show. And I've been talking about it with you for a little bit, and you're finally here. So I'm so happy you're here. Tell us a little bit about you, who you are, what industry you're in.
Okay, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you
Yeah.
for having me. I am in real estate.
Okay.
I have a team in multiple states, in Alabama and in Florida. And I have the most amazing team of women and one man, my husband, who doesn't really do it. But and then I have 3 kids that are fabulous and make me whole. And yeah, that in a nutshell, that's me.
Okay. And how did you get into real estate?
Well, since I was young, everybody told me I should get into real estate because I love people and I'm super social and I'm very much of a hustler and hardworking. When I was 21, I had my first son, and my job allowed me to take the year off and held it. And so I got my license back then in 2002. And then we moved around like crazy. And so I couldn't do it full time because we never stayed in one place except for a year and a half. And then when I moved to Alabama in 2017, I got my license that year, became Rookie of the Year, and just did it in a world that I didn't know anybody. So, and it just kind of catapulted me into this life.
That is awesome because I know how difficult, being in real estate, it is having your own business. It's having your own brand. It's having, you are solely responsible for whether you do well that year or you don't. If you are not focused, if you're not reaching out to clients, if you are not pursuing every single day, you are not going to do well. So it's very much like having my own brick and mortar and how I get my clients and how I network. And I completely, praise you because I know that it's a really tough industry. Tell me a little bit about your upbringing. How did you? Yeah.
My upbringing, it actually 100% makes me successful now for multiple reasons. One, I am the youngest of 7. My parents adopted my niece, so there's actually 8. We grew up very, very poor, on welfare, food stamps, sometimes homeless. And then we moved to Tennessee. I'm an Iowa girl. I didn't say that, did I?
No.
I'm an Iowa girl, and then we moved to Tennessee when I was 15, and I got married when I was 18. And I kind of cut everybody off when I was 18 years old and became me and Micah, my husband. We just became the start of our family tree. And I really hadn't had a family except for the one that I created. Mm-hmm. So all of that to say, none of us owned homes. I was the first person in my family to own a home. But it's funny because I look back now because I came from way down here, mm-hmm. and now I'm pretty good, mm-hmm. and I can relate to pretty much anybody that comes into a room.
Right. Yeah, because you have so much backstory, and I'm sure you've gone mm-hmm. through so much. Having 3 kids myself, I can't even imagine what you went through and all your struggles. But I'm sure, like you mentioned, it has made you who you are today.
Oh, yeah. I think circumstances like that, though, I always say they are either your excuse or they're your motivation. Unfortunately, it's an excuse for most people. Mm-hmm. For me, I could tell you stories at 5 years old that would shock you, because it motivated me at that young of an age to be way better than my circumstances.
Yeah, I agree. My husband's mom, unfortunately, passed away from cancer when he was in high school. Mm-hmm. But I have seen how it could have totally affected his life, and he could have gone downhill. And the man that he has become is really beautiful, and what he mm-hmm. does for his family and his success in his career. I think that he doesn't take any day for granted. And I do think that all his siblings, he's one of 3. I think that they all, went in the right direction with them losing their mom so early on, and they didn't waste any time after that. And they lead by example with their kids, and everything that they're accomplishing as well. It's really beautiful to watch. So how did you move then from Alabama to Florida? You mentioned that you still manage your brokerage in Alabama. So how do you do both?
Like I said, I'm very particular about who comes on the team. Very particular. A lot of people ask to join, and unless it feels 100% right, I don't do it. My girls back there are phenomenal. I have one girl, Barbie. She's in Tuscaloosa. I have two girls in Birmingham. And then I just hired somebody here with me. And we do Zoom calls every week. We have systems in place to where everybody can be successful and just do real estate and not have to worry about all the other things. Everything is kind of taken care of for them. But we have a very strong bond, and we help each other out. I'm actually a really good coach in real estate, and so I'm able to help coach them, handle complicated situations, and they, I think, are more successful because of it. So, but I love them, and we just have a great atmosphere, work and friendship.
That's amazing. I think that the relationship is the most important thing. And I also think that you're a really powerful, strong leader to be leading them and guiding them every single day, because it's not easy. How did you get involved with Serhant?
So Serhant, before Serhant was a brokerage, it was Ryan actually set up Sell It, which is a coaching program. The Facebook Sell It page kept on coming up. So I was like, all right, fine. I'm gonna hit subscribe, and I subscribed. And I had zero. I mean, when I moved to Alabama, I didn't know anybody. So I would post videos like crazy on Facebook, on every group I was a part of, and I didn't care. And that was one of them. I was one of the very first on that page. And Kyle, who is no longer with Sell It, but he was the president of it at the time, I posted a branding video, and he loved my business name, which is Sold by the Bell. It's catchy and it gets a lot of attention. And so he did a global story through Sell It on me and my team at the time. And then he would set up Zoom meetings with me and Ryan before the Serhant brand was a thing. And Serhant isn't even in Alabama yet. So we decided to make a move. And I'm really good friends with the broker down here, Christian. And so we leaped and did it.
That is exciting.
It is, because the
Has
community.
this been announced yet? Or not?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've been back here for a year.
Oh.
Yeah. Since last July.
Okay. I met you at one of Jessica Cristobal's events. So you had just moved here then when I met you.
Yep.
How did you get involved with, how did you meet Jessica? Or
That's a great question. So Barbie is in Tuscaloosa. Her husband works for University of Alabama.
Okay.
And Mario was a coach at Alabama. And so they became friends a long time ago. She came down here. Barbie came to visit me to go to a Serhant event. And so I took her there, and then Jessica had an Align and Dine dinner.
Yes.
And I went there and spent the weekend at her house, and then we became friends. And then it just kind of went door open.
Isn't that the beauty of networking?
Yes.
And even with people in different industries, that's what I love about this show is I'm bringing in so many different guests in different industries, and I want to cater to a more high-end luxury space because that's the space that I'm in. But it's crazy how we connected and how we are here today, a year later, because I think I met you at the first event that I went to with Jessica was a year ago, the one that she just had recently that made my first year anniversary with Jenny and so many of the girls that I met there. And I love the community of women that are so supportive. And I feel like there's so many women that are, always against each other. But why? Like, we do so much better when we're working together.
100%.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I remember seeing you because you weren't at the Align and Dine.
No.
And so, you kind of go towards the people that you know.
Right.
And you're right next to me. And it was like instant. Like,
yes.
Oh,
We
I
just
like this
clicked.
girl.
And I also love what you're wearing.
Thank you. Ditto.
Thank you.
Ditto.
Can we talk about your outfit today?
Sure.
So what are we wearing? This is like a silk. Is it meant to be a top? And
It is.
Okay. It's so.
I was
so
actually
cute.
looking for just a scarf.
Okay.
And I was on Worth Avenue in Palm Beach,
Mhm.
and they had a couple of these hanging after I was just talking about them to a girlfriend of mine, and I had to buy it.
And the shoes, because I'm obsessed. Is this a specific brand that I need to know about?
It was DSW.
Really?
Yes.
They're so cute.
Yes.
No, the whole statement today.
Thank
just
you.
walking in here, I'm like, wow. No wonder we click because you love fashion.
I love if I didn't do real estate, I'd do fashion.
So what did you? I guess people were telling you to lean into real estate. Did you always see yourself getting into real estate?
I did. It just kind of it was very organic, always. Even we moved to Fort Myers at one point in 2010 after the big crash. Lee County, which is where we moved to, was the hardest hit county of the entire country. And I can't remember the percentage of foreclosures that happened back then, but every business went under, especially in real estate. So all the builders, except for 2, survived in Lee County, and they came after me to be their marketing director. So it's like I had the luxury custom home build side. And then from that point, we moved a couple other times, Atlanta, Miami, Fort Myers again, and then Birmingham. Yeah.
So you moved a lot.
A lot.
So you've personally moved a lot. What do you think is the most important for people to look for when they're moving from one state to another? That must be super challenging.
You know what? I think that a lot of people put like a lot of pressure on themselves during those times when it's not that big of a deal. And I am able to talk through experience. I've had kids. I've moved with kids. Poor Grayson, my 24-year-old, has lived in more houses than his years of it, like his years, like more than 24 homes.
Wow.
Yes. So like he is the most well-rounded human I think I know. Everybody loves him, but it's because he had to adapt, you know? And I think a lot of people put pressure, like my kids, they don't want to move. They can't.
Right. Why did you move so much?
The start of it was because my husband grew up in the same house his whole life, and he just wanted adventure. So our first big move was Alaska. Yeah. So then we moved back to Nashville, and then he would always talk about South Florida. And I'm not a talker, I'm a doer. And I'm like, babe, you're going to either have to do it or you're going to have to shut up. So he's like, but I don't have a job down. I was like, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And so he quit his job. We moved down there. He got some stupid jobs. I mean, he's a hard worker. And then he got the job that he has now back at the company that he quit.
Wow.
A way better position than he ever would have gotten if he had stayed. And they moved him around every time for a promotion. And then this move to Palm Beach was for me. And I said, this is what I want to do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's crazy how you were able to do that, because I have 3 kids and I gave birth to my third one a year ago. And
They're gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you.
So cute.
Thank you. But we were not necessarily house hunting, but I knew that I lived in like closer to Brickell. If you're familiar with Miami, I lived closer to Brickell and like the houses by Brickell. And then I needed to move south because I needed more land for my kids. I mean, at that point I had my third boy and I'm like, I can't be stuck in the small homes anymore. It was a beautiful, old Spanish home, but they're known for being tighter and, they're beautiful exterior, but I need more land. So we ultimately moved to Palmetto Bay, where we have our golf cart, our pool. We have so much land.
Oh, nice.
Crazy amount of room for them to run around and do whatever they want. But to that, I moved that one time with my 3 kids, and I can't imagine moving as much as you have. And as adventurous as that is, I'm sure it was extremely stressful.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the hardest part about it, to be perfectly honest, is finding the doctors, the pediatricians, the dentists. Schools was never hugely important to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
It wasn't.
Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page about that.
Yeah. That's a totally different subject. Yeah. But, they adapt.
I agree. And I'm sure that it's made them stronger. Are they grateful for all the moves? Are they?
The younger two, they're only 17 months apart, and they're 12 and 13.
Okay, so
And
they're younger.
they didn't really move a whole lot. We stayed in our house in Alabama the longest we've ever stayed in a home.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 6 years. And so they were solid. This move down here again was a big move for them, and they've enjoyed it.
Is Palm Beach your favorite city so far?
Heck yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. What do you love about it?
I love the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love Miami. I love coming to Miami, but to raise kids in Miami, it was challenging.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had all three of them at the time, one in middle school, and then just trying to survive the younger ones by myself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not by myself. I had my husband, but you know what I mean.
Right.
And like, no family, no help.
Right.
And it was a lot. And I don't speak Spanish, so that was hard.
So you tried Miami for a little bit.
Yeah, we lived here for a couple of years.
Oh wow, what
Yeah.
part?
West Kendall.
Wow. It's crazy how a girl from Alabama, from Tennessee, from Alaska,
Iowa.
moves to Iowa, goes to West Kendall.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Literally had to go to Walmart to get a fly swatter, and had multiple people that work there. And I'm literally like playing charades because I don't know how to speak Spanish.
I like living in a city that gives me motivation. I feel like I love Miami. I was born and raised here, but I like to be in a city that gives me that inspiration. And every time I go to New York, I have this feeling of like, you know, I come back and I'm like, I need to do better. Like, these people they look psycho walking around these streets. It's so true. But I get that vibe, even though I feel like Palm Beach might be a little bit more relaxed. Just being around, you know, that environment. It's kind of like that saying, like, you are who you're with. And I feel the same way about being in a place that gives me that motivation. So I love that about Palm Beach. And it's beautiful. And the people and the beaches and the shopping, the food, the dining.
The dining is spectacular.
I need to make my way more to Palm
Yeah, you do.
Beach.
Well, I already told you I'm making you
Yeah.
open up shop up there.
I don't know. I'm in retail, obviously, and I've been in the, retail space for 10 years. But I think the future of selling will be all like live selling, e-commerce. I see a lot of brick and mortar. How do you feel about like that industry? Or do you do commercial?
I personally don't. I have a lot of clients that want me to. And I do have a girl that can. I have zero desire to do commercial. But I will always hook somebody up.
Yeah.
I always know somebody that can do what I don't want to do.
Right.
You know, I love luxury real estate. That is my jam.
Good for you.
So that's why I moved there.
So it's hard to get into luxury though, coming from so many different states into Palm Beach, and you're competing with other real estate agents that have maybe lived here their whole life and they already have their clientele. What do you think has helped you the most find these, high-end clients?
Networking, like trusting in the process, trusting in who I am as a person, connecting with people on a real level. I go to events, and it was funny. I'll tell you this. This is actually really funny. I get invited to a lot of events. I've met a lot of people that I never would have dreamt that I would have met, to be honest. And I went to this one, and I'm talking to these people. I'm asking about them. And when you make it about them and not yourself, you stand out. And I did it very unintentionally because I do truly care about people. And I asked one guy, I said, okay, so how can I help you? And he stopped and he's like, nobody's ever asked me that. And I'm like, well, that's weird. Like, and he goes, everybody wants me to help them. And I'm like, okay, well,
I'm here to help you.
I'm here to help you. You know, like whatever I can do, I'm here for it. You know, so when you are not selfish in that way and humble and authentic, because there's a lot of non-authentic.
Right. They're only chasing the money, but they're not there for actually building the relationship, which is what is going to turn into the long-term
Absolutely.
sale anyway.
Absolutely.
So that's amazing. And I totally agree. How did you get involved you're now with Miami Women Who Rock in Palm Beach?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Palm Beach Women Who Rock. At a line and dine at Jessica's, I sat next to Maria Maloof. I call her my godmother because she's just fabulous. And she said, I need you to meet. We spoke. It was such an authentic conversation. And the next day we went to the game and she was like, I need you to meet Emily. And I had met Emily, but not met her. Hi, how are you? That kind of meet. And she was like, no. And connected the two of us. And from that point, I was the face of Palm Beach Women Who Rock.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I was on the committee for Emily for her last event, and I only met Emily recently, but I connected with her, and she's such a great
She's amazing.
person. Oh my God. Every time I hear her speak and just the speeches that she gives, like I almost come to tears. So I really connect with her nicely. What sign are you, by the way?
Aquarius.
Oh, I think we spoke about this at the last
What are
event.
you?
I'm a Capricorn, so we're back to back. But my
Okay.
son's an Aquarius.
Yes.
So that's why we connect well. And
Yes.
he's like, I have three, and my first one is Aquarius. And obviously he's the oldest, so he's the one that could have the most conversation. But I could just tell his personality and his little 4-year-old body. And it's a lot like yours. It's very soft and sweet, but fiery.
Fiery. Yes.
Fiery. You guys are fiery.
But positive.
You're right.
Yeah, that's very true.
So the Florida market, what direction do you see it going? It's a very huge market right now in Florida. That excites you, I'm sure, being
Very
in
much.
Palm Beach. Yeah, how does that compare to any other states that you've been in?
I think other states are having a hard time. I think it's more of a buyer's market there. Here, it's not. Here, prices are still going up. We have a lot of people coming here from California, from all the eastern states, Jersey, New York, Connecticut. And there's a lot of new construction happening. The most wild thing where I live is seeing West Palm. It's insane what's happening, but it's almost too late to get in.
Right.
So to see the next things that are popping, for instance, like Fort Pierce, Hutchinson Island, now is the time to get in there because they're just going to go straight up.
Right.
That's what I see
Is there anything
happening.
concerning going on right now in real estate?
Not in Palm Beach. Not in Palm Beach. It's just thriving.
Right.
It's crazy.
But how does it compare, I guess, to your team in Alabama? Are they struggling?
Actually, they're doing pretty good too because it's kind of opposite. So here in the summer, you know this, like people go back home to their, first home, primary homes. And so it kind of gets dead-ish here, whereas in Alabama, summer is when people buy.
What is the hardest part about leading your team?
Not being physically there. Me, I like going into the office. I like building people up. I like, hey, let's do this together. And that is 100% the hardest thing because I'm not there with them.
Right.
That's why I try to go back every 3 to 4 months.
Oh, so you do travel back and forth a lot. Yeah. And you said it's all women.
It is. Except for so my husband has his job. He does very well, but he got his license to help me.
Okay.
And he just got it.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. So we'll see where that turns out.
And your oldest son, what does he do?
He just learned Russian for the Air Force.
Wow. And where does he live?
Right now he's in Texas.
Okay.
He is supposed to be going, he's supposed to be stationed in Nebraska, 3 hours, by the way, from where I grew up. And then they told him that he may have to go to the UK. He can't tell me a whole lot because he has clearance. And so...
How does that feel as a mom?
Terrible. Like I'm going to tell you right now that if he does get deployed somewhere and somebody hurts him, like I will personally call the president and tell him to get me a gun and I'm going to go over there myself and end this war. Like that's what's going to happen.
I can't even imagine, having 3 boys myself, what that must be like.
It's terrible.
I'm nervous of just my kids driving. So the Air Force, that is next level.
Yeah.
You have to be really brave. When did he realize that this is something that he wanted to do?
He was actually a coach for UAB football.
Oh.
So in Birmingham, it's University of Alabama football of Birmingham. So he was dating a girl, thought they were going to get married. He ended up breaking up. The next week or that week, he tells me he's going to go in the Air Force. And I'm like, whoa. Time for family conversation. So he had it. It was the first time I actually saw him as a man because he didn't come to me like, I want to go to the Air Force, like with no plan. He literally had, Mom, this is this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to make. If I do this, then this is what I'm going to make in the future. This is my future goals and what I'm going to, and I'm like,
Wow.
where did this guy come from?
Yeah. How old was he at the time?
He was 22.
That's just like such a huge self-sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he even realized.
Right.
He likes to travel now. Can you imagine the guy that you would think that you'd want to just settle down, but no.
No, he likes it. He enjoys it.
He enjoys it. Yeah.
What advice would you give women who want to grow a business that might be afraid in any business, not necessarily real estate?
That might be afraid?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be confident. Confidence leads. If you believe in yourself and what you're capable of, and we all have weaknesses, but you should be that self-aware to know what your weaknesses are, and focus on your strengths.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And be good. Be honest and good. Because there's a lot of people that don't succeed because they're not.
And I feel like people are so quick to just give up, and it's the lack of confidence in themselves.
Absolutely.
To keep going.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So we're going to do some rapid fire.
Oh,
Okay, to make it fun because we only have like 4 minutes left.
Love it.
All right. So Palm Beach or Alabama?
Palm Beach.
Beachfront mansion or mountain estate?
Oh, that's a hard. I like them. I want both.
Okay. Dream celebrity client?
Brad Pitt because it'd be fun.
One thing people assume about real estate that isn't true. This is a tricky one.
That it's all glamorous. That's not tricky at all.
Right.
They think it's all glamorous and that it's easy, and it's not.
Good. I agree, though. I dabbled into real estate for like 5 seconds when I was 18, just because I like sales and I like what you mentioned, talking to people, and I feel like it would be fun. And it's actually, my husband and I own a couple Section 8 homes and Airbnb rental properties. Yeah, so I have a little bit of real estate in me also, but I love fix and flips. It's hard finding them in Miami.
It's hard,
and I want to get into more like high end fix and flips, but it's hard.
It is.
It's like
hard
finding
to find.
a needle in a haystack.
I agree.
So
totally agree.
Okay. What's your non-negotiable every day?
My non-negotiable every day. I have to pray every day.
Okay. You pray in the morning or at night?
Multiple times a day.
That's really beautiful, though.
Yeah.
My last guest here, they were mentioning God a lot, and people don't like put enough emphasis on that, and it's really beautiful.
I agree.
Okay. What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want your family to know you for? Or what do you want people to know you for?
My legacy is actually really important. That's why I started my business, is because of how I grew up. I didn't have anything given to me, and I wanted to leave this world knowing my kids were taken care of and that I left something for them. 100%.
Properties?
I do have properties, and we are actually wanting to buy a mountain house. That's our next property. That's why I was like, that's a hard one because I love the mountains. But the other thing, I haven't told you this, but I am working with a girl who's going to run a foundation for me. Oh. And it has to do with fashion and children.
Oh, so
to give them confidence so that obviously they weren't raised with a lot of money, and fashion 100% has to do with confidence.
I agree 100%. It's like that saying, look good, feel good.
Absolutely.
Oh, so we need to talk.
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited.
So that's going to live longer than I do as well.
And is that already in the works?
It is.
Oh, so okay. So I'm glad I'm maybe one of the first ones.
You are, actually.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I am so happy you came all the way from Palm Beach to meet with me today and to talk about you and your success stories and everything that you've gone through and accomplished. Thank you so much for watching. How can people find you on social media?
I am _Mary Bell, or just Google or search up Sold by the Bell, and there's lots of hashtags out there with it.
I love that slogan. And it's so funny. You told me in the beginning before we started filming that your dad actually called you Mary Bell. Is that what it was?
That was my nickname growing up, Mary Bell. And then I married a Bell.
You married a Bell. What are the chances of that?
I know.
Like, seriously, that's...
But my business name is Sold by the Bell. So like me and my husband, who's been married for September will be 28 years. We could never not be with each other. He's my legacy too.
Right.
So
That is so funny and so beautiful.
yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
again.
Mwah.
Thank you for watching. I'm so excited to have her on the show, and I hope you loved it.